Alright, welcome back to another episode of Roguetech. So today we are playing one mission and then traveling. We set ourselves to Spartan, so everything's going to take a little bit longer to repair, but that's fine because, again, we're traveling. But before we travel, there's this 4.5 skull battle with planetary government that has high-end mechs kitted to the gills with gear. So, we're going to hope that the planetary government brings some clan tech. And the catapult is being repaired. We can only bring one lance. Okay. So what one lance do we bring? I mean, we could just go with the Emperor, King Crab, Vulture, and Hephaestus. Or do we go with the Helepolis instead of the Hephaestus? So Hephaestus has 1300 armor, the Helepolis has 1400. I think the Hephaestus is more accurate, and that's important for getting quick kills. Like, the Helepolis, if it fires its rack times 6, I think does more damage per round than the Hephaestus, but it's less accurate. So I think we're going to go for this. And yeah, we're going to see what happens. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we are up
Command
against.
Interface initiated.
Alright. So there's going to be the high-end lance. There may be reinforcements, but it does not look like there's that much. Actually, it looks like it might just be a single lance. Back here in this corner. Because we can drop, like, everywhere else. So yeah, I think it might actually just be a single lance. So we'll drop on this slight high ground. That way if they're in this ravine here, we can fire on them. And if they have this high ground, we can fire on them. Or actually, we could drop on this side of the ridge. On this side of the high ground here. Take the high ground, and then, if they're on the high ground, fight them on even footing. And if they're down below, just have high ground on them. But we have such long-range mechs that we actually would be at an advantage if we kept our distance more. So I think we will. I'll drop in the cover. Yeah, I'll drop in cover. Alright, we see one of them on the high ground. Are those light mechs? Okay. So they seem to be light chassis, but I mean, that's some kind of a rotary autocannon. Well, even if they are light chassis, they might still have, you know, stuff like heatsink kits and things, and he has his back to us.
Moving fast.
So, hello, back of 35-ton mech.
Commander. Got it. No shooting, just running.
Let's see. Yeah, standard and range have the same hit chance. Huh. Well, he's unsteady now. Swing out a little bit with the Emperor. This should be a kill. No, but it is a legging. Okay. Unfortunately, that's a legging and now his back is to the ground. So all of the previous work we did was for nothing. Alright.
What can I do for you?
It's whatever. It's first round, so...
Coordinates received.
Let's just go for his leg. Just fire times 3. No big deal. Okay.
Yeah, critical hit.
So it has a Proto AMS. Ooh, an Arctic Wolf. Nice. Alright. So we've got an Arctic Wolf with ATMs, I believe. I believe those were ATMs. But more importantly, that's Clan Tech. Which means Clan XL Engine, Clan Heatsink Kit, Clan Indo, Clan Pharaoh. Alright.
Waiting for orders.
Clam is going to get 2 evasion
Got
and
it.
cover.
Attack speed, no shooting.
And
Firing everything.
we'll save. So only because they are such light chassis. Ah, it's a Babakatha. Okay. But only because they're such light chassis, I'm gonna save the loot pinatas for last. That way they potentially
Send me a real
have a higher
cannon.
chance of panicking out. But yeah, this Wolfhound needs 4 damage
Waiting
to
on
the
you,
leg.
Commander. On
Alright.
my way.
Moving with the Emperor. I can't remember. Do Babakathas run Protos? I don't remember if they run Protos or not. But, yeah. Fire.
Launching Alpha strike. Good to go.
Templar is going to finish off the pesky little Wolfhound. Then again, why not? Oops. And yeah, it was a clan Wolfhound. But I ended up blowing up Torso as well.
Ready for
Went
orders.
a little heavy there. Alright, Vulture. Also going Warlord and offensive push against the Babakatha's leg. Firing.
Here it comes.
That's a leg down. Alright, Babakatha on the ground. I mean, if I just leg all of them, I'm going to have my choice of plenty of stuff on the ground. The loot table will be full of good things. I don't know, maybe I'm underestimating them a little bit.
Light damage, Commander.
Maybe I'm underestimating them a little bit. That Raptor does need to go.
What can I do for you? You betcha.
Okay, Emperor. Firing on the Babakatha. Dropping... Oh, I actually don't need to drop anything because the Radical Kit is going to bring me back to nominal. Alright, cool.
Got it.
That was a lot
I
of
hear
misses,
ya.
actually. I was not expecting that. The Phaistos is still fresh, but can't really get a line. Eh.
Sprinting.
I want to take down the Babakatha before it takes, has a chance to act.
Yes, Commander.
Moving to drop stability. And I already used Warlord. Yes, I did. So once more, just try and take the leg off of this thing. And I'll take the 73%. Will I? Yeah, I will.
Locking in all weapons.
not enough.
Waiting for orders.
Alright.
I read you, Commander.
And now I just want it dead. It would be nice if we leg it. But, I just don't want it standing up and taking another turn. So yeah, torso down. And leg. Whatever. It's fine.
Bang! You're dead!
Should still be some good stuff on the loot table. And again, we have clan tech on the board, so... Yeah, that,
Dang it, that hurt!
On the bright side, we're about to travel, so no big deal. And yeah, that Arctic Wolf packs a punch for a light mech. Okay, so I believe those were X-Pulse lasers.
Yeah, good to go.
So I think I am
Location
going to
confirmed.
focus down the Raptor, just trying to kill it.
Targeting for an action.
So rack 2
Critical
down.
hit, Commander. Waiting on you, Commander.
Clist, likewise, is going to shoot at the Raptor. And there we go, Raptor down.
Let's get fired up! There's work to do! What can I do for you?
You know what? It's fine. It's whatever.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
It's whatever. There's already going to be
There's
clan
more
tech
where
on the
that
board.
is. Good to go. Affirmative.
Alright,
That's it.
Mission
so
successful.
let's see what we get. Alright, 1.2 million, a little bit of damage. Alright. Medium improved heavies. Pair of Streak 4s. Some battle computers. Angel ECM. Interface cockpit. I mean, there's some good stuff here. At the same time, it's not a lot. Well then. I mean, glazed armor's pretty cool. 30% reduced damage from energy attacks and minus 15% against ballistic missile. But if you bring AMS, and the AMS intercepts every missile, it's basically trading 15% extra damage being hit by ballistics in exchange for 30% on energy. So, pretty good, but yeah. I mean, extreme range and long range are really good on sniper mechs. Medium range and short range are really good on, well, obviously shorter range mechs. But I think I'd rather have the Streak 4s. Would I? You know what? No, I'll take the medium range battle computer. So we get the light PPC with twin link capacitator. Cool. We get the pair of medium improved heavies. Nice. Get the clan small ER pulse, which, yeah, same range as an inner sphere pulse laser. Just, you know, less damage, but also less heat, and only 1 ton instead of 2. So I like clan small pulses. We got our Angel ECM, which is we needed more electronic countermeasures. So yeah, we got the long range and medium range battle computers, and then clan sensors, which are whatever. Cool. All right, and we have 3 mechs damaged of the 4 we brought, 79,000 repair. I'm not worried about it because we are about to travel. So I want the Marauder and the Atlases. to the front. And then everything else after. 2, 5, 7, 8, 11, 19 days to repair everything. 2, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11. Or I could repair the catapult sooner, but no. No, that's fine. Now then, navigation. Where are we heading? I mean, we could go to another conflict. But it's only a half skull planet. That's a 3.5 skull. I would much rather go to a higher skull planet than go and take part in one of these priority. Then again, so the priority missions, they do give a lot of money. And that's a 4.5 skull planet being raided by Steiner. With 25 days until the fighting starts. Let's do that.
Commander. Course plotted.
Okay, so I forget what you get if you use the 100,000 sea bills. But I think it's increased tech points. And I think if you tell everyone to live with it, you lose morale. Let's see. What do we get? Oh, no, we get morale. 100,000 from morale. Okay, that's fine. It's whatever.
Hey, boss. We've just
And we can now upgrade our drop tonnage once more.
Roger that, Commander. I'll get the crew moving.
And we have nothing but the catapult repairing at this point.
Nice to see you down here in the hole.
So, we have the Melee Atlas, which, again, I would really like a 400 core for. I would really like a 400 core. But then we have the ranged Shooty Atlas. And the ranged Shooty Atlas, we can have a 300 core in and be fine. So 300 core would be 3.4. I believe the 360 core was 3.5. And the 375 core is also 3.5. Yeah. But I think I'm fine with 3.4. Because we're going long range, reach out and touch someone. Although, actually, I was thinking of making this the rack build. But it has a built-in radical heatsink kit. Which means we have to use double heat sinks. Which is going to take a lot of slots. Since each double heat sink takes up 3 slots. And I really don't want to dismantle the king crab until I know primarily where those racks are going. So they're each 36 heat. Firing times 6. Here's my other heavy rack 5. Yeah, this is a heavy rack 2. So here's my other heavy rack 5. So 36, 72 heat. What if I just drop one rack, just the rack 5? Drop the rack 5 ammo. Put in the Clan Pharaoh. That only gives me 4 slots left. Four slots left is not much. Yeah, so I wouldn't be able to put ammo in if I did that. But if I drop the other rotary autocannon as well, which means we can drop all of that. Wait, the weapon mount heat. No, the weapon mount heat's fine. It gives +2 accuracy. Pair of UAC 5s. Move the Warspare Suite to the LRM side. How much UAC 5 ammo do I have? So the double bin is 18 double taps per, so it would be 9 alpha strikes. And then the extra bin would be another 15, which would be another like 3 or 4 alpha strikes. So altogether that would be 12-ish alpha strikes. And yeah, it's only doing 90 instead of 240 and 120. So 360 versus 180. But we would get the Clan Pharaoh. Do we have LRM 20s? Clan LRM 20s, no. We do have the Clan IATM. But that's 5 slots. So that won't work. We could drop the Clan LRM 10 and add in another energy weapon, maybe. We would only have 2 slots. Yeah, this is the problem. This is exactly the problem. It's just the slots. The slots is a problem. The slots is entirely the problem. Nope, we're gonna leave it as is for now. I think at some point we are going to just completely rip everything out and start a new build from scratch. Eventually. Yeah, I don't know. Now, what if we were to convert the heavy Rack 2 risk and heavy Rack 5 risk into just a pair of Rack 5s? Like standard Rack 5s. I don't think the damage would decrease as much as going for the UAC 5s. It's too slow for the UAC 20s. It's absolutely too slow for the UAC 20s. But what if we speed it up? What if we sped it up? So we would have to drop... Let's just play with this thought for a second. Pair of UAC 20s. 3-4 movement. Yeah, that's so slow. Like we would absolutely have to put like a mask and supercharger on here. Which is under here. And that's a lot of slots. And we don't even have a supercharger. So would that even work? Each bin of UAC 20. Okay, so every 2 bins of UAC 20 ammo is 10 rounds, which would be 5 Alpha Strikes for one, or 2.5 Alpha Strikes for both. So that would be 5 Alpha Strikes. Yeah, we'd have to use so many slots for ammo. So that's not an option. Even though the weapon systems are smaller, the amount of ammo we would need is so much higher. Yeah, I think if I just had regular Rack 5s, I think I'd be willing to run regular Rack 5s. Or is it Gauss? No. No. This is all about splash. It wouldn't make any sense to drop a pinpoint weapon in here. Okay. So we're gonna continue running the King Crab with primitive armor. Wow. Alright then. However, the Atlas... What if we make the Atlas run in short range and unload? With a pair of UAC 20s. Alright, so the biggest engine core, well, for all practical purposes, the biggest engine core is a 360. Because 375 and 360 do the same exact thing. Engine upgrade, Clan XL. And then armor, Clan Pharaoh. Structure, deposit. That's already almost 9.5 million C-bills, but that's fine. This is fun. So UAC 20, UAC 20, UAC 20, UAC 20, UAC 20, and UAC 20. So, if I remember correctly, from what I just did, each pair is 2.5 Alpha Strikes for both of them. So that's a total of 7.5 Alpha Strikes with the pair of UAC 20s. That's pretty good. And then the Streak LRM 20 on top of that. It's whew, nice. So Risk gives Breaching Shot and Evasion Ignore, which is cool. As far as side torso on the other side, oh right, cooling. Cooling is a thing. Also gyro. XL. Save us some more tonnage. And heat sinking. So engine heat sinks +4. Alright, so we're still running kind of hot, but it's fine. We can throw an exchanger in. As soon as I figure out... Oh yeah, throw the mask in. So yeah, mask 5 tons just to run faster. It's fine. If we had a supercharger, we'd throw that in as well. Here we go. So we're running double heat sinks, which means the exchanger double plus is better. And that means we're now overcooling by 8. Throw the advanced optics Mark 1 in because we're relatively short range. Max 840, so the streak won't benefit the whole way. Oh, that's advanced zoom. No, we want advanced optics. There we go. So the Mark 2 goes out to 810 meters. So there's 30 meters, 1 hex basically, where the streak LRM-20 is not benefiting from it. But the max range of the UAC-20s is 480. So they will benefit from it the whole time. Now then, I don't want to go crazy with energy like medium improved heavies or anything because we're using double heat sinks. So yeah, we are short range though, so I'm thinking some shorter range. Bright blooms are 15 heat. And they do full damage, full 30 damage from 320 and less. But they can reach out and touch someone up to 640, so pretty good. Clan ER mediums would be 20 heat each, which is a little more than I want. Do I just go regular mediums? And our heat efficiency is now absolute garbage. Do I just leave 4 medium lasers? I don't even have 4 medium lasers. Or do I go with a missile? Do I go with another LRM of some kind? Oh yeah, the Streak LRM-20. It fires 20 missiles per. The Streak LRM bin has 120 shots, so that's 6 alpha strikes. But as I say every time I'm using Streak weapons, that's 6 hits. So I would like one more bin of ammo. If I have it. Which I do. So there we go. That's 12 hits. We're never going to run out of the LRM-20. I mean, do I really need more weapon systems than that? I mean, that's already 480 damage alpha strike. I don't have a ton of tonnage left. So I could add in something like a Streak 6 for 3 tons. A Streak 6 and 1 bin of Streak 6 or of SRM ammo. But actually, I think supercharger and armor is the answer. And just be overcooling. Go with a couple ER smalls. So we have a heat delta of 5 now, if we're firing the ER smalls. And that's an extra 40 damage. So now we have a 520 damage alpha strike. We just have to get within 480 meters before we can start seriously doing damage. And then that leaves us more tonnage to armor up. Something like that. So we have a bunch of armor on something that runs to the front, and then we have yes, we have weapon mounts. Weapon mount recoil, which is -2 recoil, just period, which brings them down to a recoil of 2. So then anyone who has military and focus fire. Anyone who has military and focus fire would be able to fire it with no recoil at all. But that means we need to free up a ton. Alright. So then once we get a supercharger, maybe by the time we get a supercharger we'll have a clan mask. Clan mask will weigh less and the supercharger potentially will be able to get slotted in there. Now then, as far as cockpit goes, so this thing has a 30% jam chance, so we definitely want gunnery A and B. I mean, clan cockpit, it's 1 gunnery, but... So 2 tactics already increases our accuracy, and it also increases our offensive push accuracy. And it adds 5 armor and structure to the head, so we're less likely to get headshot. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it with the risk cockpit. And the risk sensors... we can do better. Definitely don't want trackers since we're trying to run in close. Oh, we don't have any kind of electronic countermeasures here. Air 12 sheath beacon would be a waste, I think. Actually, we don't even need composite. We have slots. Because we can drop this heat sink now that we're not using those small lasers. And that means we can add in... Because now our heat should be just about perfect, yeah. Overcooling by 2. However, the Angel ECM is 2 tons. I mean, we could drop 1 bin of UAC-20 ammo. Because this thing, even if it runs out of ammo, it can still punch. Like, it can absolutely still punch. Or alternatively, I could drop the turret mount, use it in a different mech, and keep that last bin of ammo. Because it doesn't matter how accurate the weapons are, if it runs out of ammo. And then for sensors, we go something like powered. Counters ECM stealth by 2. Recon would be the more defensive option, but Fog of War stays revealed around this unit. That's actually really good. What does Command Mech give us? Yeah, okay. Allows to detect minefields versus Fog of War stays revealed. Oh, it also allows... You know what? It's fine. Fog of War stays revealed as well as the extra IFF jamming. And it only loses 1 to the counters ECM stealth. Which is completely fine because the cockpit gives 2 tactics, which is also, you know, what's used to combat stealth. So for 9.27 million C-bills, we have ourselves an Atlas. And it's 3.5. Which, with the mask, I want to say becomes 3.8 or 3 something like that. Something like that. It's a 50% run multiplier. So run is normally 1.5 times, which is why 90 meters goes to 135. So then it would be another 45, so it would be 180, which would be 6 hexes. Okay, the entire premise we built this mech on has fallen apart. That's only a 6 hex sprint. That is only a 6 hex sprint. That's not nearly enough to get those UAC-20s online. Am I comfortable investing 9.27 million C-bills into a mech that might not be able to do what I want it to do? Which I would then need to rebuild completely. Also, the radical heatsink kit doesn't really matter if we're overcooling. The only time that would ever kick in is if we take heat damage from an outside source. Which is good, I mean, but at the same time it's kind of a waste. Yeah, no, not yet. Not yet. We're not going to build that yet. The Warhammer, on the other hand, I think we are good to build it. Because I believe 360, yeah, it's 5.8. Drop these heat sinks. Hold on a second. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. But what if... What if... I think we might actually be able to do this. So, all the ammo. And then Gyro XL. And the heat efficiency is a problem, so we would definitely need double heatsink kit. Wait, what? Alright, so we would also need exchanger. 6975 versus 7580. So that's a heat delta of 6 versus a heat delta of 5. Sure. And the advanced optics. Make it into a filthy little backstabber. How much would a mask weigh? 3.5 tons. So how could I get 2 tons? So how could I get 1.5 tons? Do I have any kind of patchwork? What would patchwork be under? No, I do not appear to have any patchwork. So, if I remember, patchwork is 0.2 per slot. So it would be 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8. I would still need to get 0.7 tons. So I could strip the armor down a little bit more. Something like that. Ah, Heavy Pharaoh doesn't have case, though. So if that arm popped, it would also take out the side torso. That's not good. But technically doable. And honestly, if we just drop the mask... I mean, what would we do with an extra 1 point whatever tons? Two tons. What would we do with 2 tons? Pair of small lasers. And a heatsink. There we go. I mean, that's a mech. That's a mech with a 440 damage alpha strike that only weighs 70 tons. That's a mech. And it has 5'8" movement, so it's actually quite quick, which means it can potentially get the 440 damage alpha strike into somebody's back. Which will wreck everything. We only have a heat delta of 6, so that's very manageable. Especially as our ammo gets lower. As we start running out of ammo and we flip them from double tapping to single tapping, then the heat buildup won't be nearly as high. You know what? Let's do it. Let's have some fun with these UAC-20s.
Right. I'll get it in the
Alright, so we got our UAC-20 Warhammer. And this Marauder is really interesting. It has the narrow, low-profile quirk, and it is not an Omni. We can get rid of the AC-5 Kaliyama. So... Aw, it's kind of like a baby king crab. Ballistic energy on each arm, and then... Huh. Or actually... We were looking at the Atlas. The Atlas has support hard points on each arm. I forgot we have a Clan UAC-20 there as well. Which we only have one bin of ammo for here. And I would much rather have the UAC-20 be on my melee mech for when it punches into somebody's back than on a random heavy mech. But we would need more ammo. And we sadly do not have any more ammo. Okay. Never mind, Warhammer. We're not doing that with you. You know what? I'm gonna call this an episode. I'm gonna mess around off camera for a little bit, and then once I figure out what I'm doing, then I'll record the next episode with whatever changes I've done. So, that has been your episode of Roguetech for the day. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, have a good one.